Wait, what? Food? What? Anyways, okay. Oh boy, I have seen up to about 33-ish minutes or so, and I saw it was so full of fuck and propaganda. I've gotta, I've gotta do something, guys. I've got to. First of all, I'm going to read my comment. Do any of you know what an appeal to emotions is? Like how they prove themselves wrong in the same sentence multiple times? Also, the kid, which about minute 30, may have died from E. coli in the water, hence why the parents didn't get sick. That or the burger wasn't cooked. Because again, parents didn't get sick, guys. And, this, uh, most people here are like, oh, the human race is out of control. Very black pill, by the way. The problem is not the system. The problem is not enough people care about challenging the system, which you can say about any revolution ever. Um, showing this at my middle school. I think this was showed at my school too, but I don't remember it. Like I might have been sick that day or something. I don't know. It's like I was sick a lot of days because of my poor health. But anyways, so holy fuck. Introduction. I am Chris. I would call myself a skeptic, but that label's been ruined. Gee, I wonder by which community. So I'll just call myself an MRA instead, because that label, for some reason, hasn't been ruined yet. they're trying, but that hasn't been ruined yet. Um, I'm kind of a logic-based debunk kind of type myself. I'll try to look at everything with a grain of salt to at least some extent. And being skeptical about this movie. If you watch this movie and you just close your brain and go, "Wow, food," then you'll be subject to propaganda. But if you watch it and go, "That what?" Like you listen, you actually pay attention. At one scene, they're like, "Oh, no farmers exist. There are no farmers." 20 seconds later, this is how farmers are screwed over by the system because they totally exist now out of no reason because reasons. Like what? Like, and that was in the first 5 minutes. Like, what the fuck?
Actually, I'm not gonna get some cheese. I might just take a few pounds of cheese.
Okay, yeah. Ale's gonna get cheese. And Ale, for those who don't know, has lived in Iowa her whole life.
Yay.
And has lived
24 years of it.
24 years of living in a farming community. Not a major city, not the big blue cities of Iowa, but actually, even some of the cities are red, but, don't ask Dominion Voting about that. And she's pretty much always lived in small farming towns. By small, I mean like 2,200 people. And this is, for the county, the largest town in the county. 2,100. That's the largest. She's lived in the largest, if you can even call it a city, the largest town in a specific county, right? And a farming county. All of it's farmland. Literally all of it is farmland. So if anyone is going to know what they do with farmers and how farmers get along, it's people like Ale. Because she'll understand, because she's spoken with farmers. Her education was about farming. A lot of the Iowa school system is big into the whole, oh, hey.
There's a lot of people in FFA and 4-H and stuff like that. Both of them are for raising animals.
Yeah.
I mean, 4-H is more about prize animals and...
Yeah.
You gotta have the popcorn for the movie.
Yeah.
You might want to turn it up.
Go ahead, try doing. Okay. This is as loud as it can fucking be, guys. At least without me turning up the TV monitor. Okay. Participant Media and River Road Entertainment, which the fact that they have to throw their names all over things makes you think it's not much of a humanitarian documentary. just so you know. Filmed by Robert Kenner.
The way we eat has changed more in the last 50 years than in the previous 10,000. but
Well, I want to be able to
Oh.
actually, like,
Oh yeah.
be in tune with it.
Okay. It's the top button, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's do 38. Don't want to do too ungodly loud. Don't want to wake the dead.
that's used to sell the food. It is still the imagery of agrarian America.
So it's agrarian. It's farmers. It's natural farm, natural barn, natural. I will admit the whole natural food thing is very much a sales pitch, especially vegan food. Holy fuck. Vegan and what's that thing everyone's
Organic.
afraid of? Oh yeah, organic. GMOs, but the bread thing. What's the bread thing we're on?
Glucose.
Gluten. Everyone's afraid of gluten. Gluten doesn't do dick unless you have a gluten allergy. And I've known like 2 people in my entire life living in fucking California. Only
Well, that's
2
celiac
people.
disease, probably.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think it was celiac actually, but he couldn't eat bread. That's it. He ate everything the fuck else. He just couldn't have bread products. You know?
So you could still have, like, rice?
Yeah, he could still have rice. He could still have potatoes. He just couldn't have actual bread because bread is made with gluten. And gluten doesn't.
Is it actually gluten, or is it the preservatives in bread?
It's the gluten itself. Yeah, which I think is used as a rising agent, if I'm not mistaken. But again, the whole gluten thing, it's this big fear-mongering pitch.
Thing made with wheat products.
True. It's this big fear-mongering pitch, just like with global warming, or as they're now calling it, climate change. Same with that. That was a big fear-mongering pitch. And
don't you remember my weather thing said that we can't do anything about it getting warmer?
Yeah, it's just gonna get warmer on its own. Which you and I have been saying that since like fucking 2010. Like we've been saying that for a long fucking time, and no one fucking paid attention. No one gave a shit. Yeah, like for 10 plus fucking years now, I've been saying the Earth is at a hot spot, then it gets cold, then it gets hot, then it gets cold, and it does that regardless of human anything. Humans don't fucking matter. We are termites on the back of the dog that is the planet, okay? Do you really think we're going to change? We're not blood-sucking termites. We're just termites that like to live in hair, and that's it. And we don't do much to the surface of the dog. We leave that alone mostly. The dog shifts and shakes fleas off and shit and scratches itself on occasion, killing thousands of ticks. Who cares? But we got enough ticks on the dog where we can survive regardless. I know that's a really weird analogy, but follow me here. And on top of that, you got the fact that the greenhouse gas thing only affects it so much. And if they really cared about eliminating that, they would put moss on every factory ever. They would actually put moss on. They would actually put moss on all the factories. That would eliminate all the CO2 completely, all of it gone. That's a solution. No one's fucking working on. They don't want to fix it, people. They just want to make money off of there being a problem. Let me tell you how much Obama, who is big into climate change and shit, how much he believes that the Earth is going to sink into the ocean. He bought a beachside property a stone's throw away from the ocean. That's how much he believes that the fucking polar ice caps are gonna melt and the water's gonna rise. That's how much he fucking believes that. He bought a palatial fucking mansion, which I don't remember that dude being rich before he became president, just saying. And he bought this palatial fucking mansion, probably with laundered money, let's be real, and next to the fucking ocean. These people don't believe in climate change. They're using the fear of the earth is melting to make you fucking freak out and give them more money. That's all it fucking is, people. And this damn movie is the same fucking shit.
You go into the supermarket and you see pictures of farmers.
Well, duh, they make the food, dickhead.
The picket fence and the silo and the 30s farmhouse and the green grass.
That's a thing.
It is a thing. Okay, for those who live in major cities, that pastoral fantasy exists right outside my fucking, like right outside where I live. In the town I live, that scene is real. There is an actual fucking barn house that is used as a school. That's how agrarian this fucking place is. So this pastoral fantasy, as he calls it, is real. If you've ever left fucking Chicago, you would know. Also, leave Chicago. What do you have, a fucking death wish? I'm coming for you. Bam!
You know, their lesbian freaking mayor.
Yeah, no shit, with a
Who
lesbian
hates
mayor.
white people yet sleeps with their white wife.
Yeah. Hates the white... No, she only hates white men. She doesn't hate white women. And then, people who hate white people, they only hate white men. You ever notice that? They never really hate the white women for some reason.
Oh, speaking of which, most farmers are white.
Yeah. The majority of farmers are white. You're welcome. Is this popcorn stale? It's kind of stale. Let me see how yours tastes. Maybe I just got a stale bag. Yours is better. Still a little stale.
I don't really care.
No.
Fantasy.
Is Richard Pierce the Hideo Kojima of food? Slaps his name on everything.
The modern American supermarket has on average 47,000 products.
That should be more akin to how well we have it. We have variety, right? Now they'll say, oh, it's owned by 5 companies. True. Actually, it's owned by 20 companies, and half of those companies are owned by 5 companies, so it really depends. But there are other companies. It's not just Tyson and nothing the fuck else. There's like 5-8 different fucking major companies.
There's tiers to this.
And there are tier levels to it. It's not just Tyson owns everything. No, it's Tyson owns this company, and this company owns this company, and that company owns that company. It goes down the list. Now, do they all pay homage to the Lord and Mighty Tyson? Yes, they do. But it's not Tyson owns the guy at the bottom.
But they need the fields.
Yeah, they need the fields. Tyson buys fields.
They need the chicken farms. They need the hog farms.
Yeah.
They need all that shit.
Yeah. I already took my pills. I'll let you know what time we're doing this. Anyways. Oh, also, hopefully this video will be a couple hours, if that. I'm not going to do the whole fucking thing in one go. Fuck that noise. Richard Pierce again. Wow, Hideo Kojima. Oh, no shit. The American Hideo Kojima. A Hideo Kojima product. Produced by Hideo Kojima. Blowjobs given out by Hideo Kojima. Like fucking cocaine smoked by Hideo Kojima. Like fucking...
There are no seasons in the American supermarket. Now there are tomatoes all year round, grown halfway around the world.
Yes, actually, there is.
Yeah.
There is a seasonal market.
Yeah.
A very high one.
If you've ever eaten oysters, you would know this.
Around here, we don't get certain fruits or vegetables depending on the year.
Yeah.
The time of year.
And also, when can you get a pumpkin? Can you get a pumpkin in summer or spring or winter? No. I've never seen a pumpkin in any season other than fucking autumn.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. So this notion...
Anywhere near Christmas.
Yeah, this notion that there's no seasons in a supermarket. You can find pumpkins all year round. That's total bullshit.
Unless you grow them yourself.
Yeah, unless you grow them yourself. And this guy he didn't even mention pumpkins. There's a reason for that. There's a reason he didn't mention pumpkins. Because you mention pumpkins, you're like, wait a minute, that's only grown in autumn.
I have a guest on our video for a hot second.
Oh.
Amanda.
Hold on, we just started this. Maybe we can redo this. Hold on. We're at 14 minutes in. You wanna?
It's fine, whatever.
Yeah. Actually, she can join us if she wants. Unless she's got something important to tell us.
Well, she doesn't. She's just coming in for 6.
Oh, okay. No, I guess. Yeah, no, we'll have her join. Okay. That's fine. She's an interesting type. Very interesting. Much nicer than a feminist. I will say that. But anyway. Anyways. Okay.
Green and ripened with ethylene gas.
Is ethylene gas used at all in ripening food? I've never heard of that.
That is, I think, the gas that actually ripens fruit naturally.
Oh. So it's not like a weird chemical additive that's poisoning the tomato?
Oh, right, my fucking phone's right here.
Yeah,
Duh.
It's not a toxic ingredient that poisons tomatoes or anything? It just helps them ripen? Is that...
Pretty sure.
Because I don't know anything about ethylene gas. I've never even heard of it until this fucking video.
Ethylene is a hydrocarbon, which has the formula, whatever.
Yeah.
Is a colorless, flammable gas with a faint, sweet, and musky odor when pure. Is the simplest alkaline. Ethylene is widely used in the chemical industry and worldwide production exceeds that of any other compound. Basically, it makes things overripe.
Oh.
Well, wait, no. Eliminate ethylene gas. Oh, dear.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
What is ethylene gas?
Hold on. He made it sound like the farmers are doing this. Do farmers use ethylene gas, or is that like a corporation thing?
It might be a corporation, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard of farmers doing that.
Ethylene gas in fruits is a naturally occurring process resulting from the ripening of the fruit, or maybe produced when plants are injured in some way.
So it's a natural substance. They made it sound like it was this fucking chemical diluent that poisons food. It's a naturally occurring fucking gas. What the fuck?
From fruit.
From fruit.
Another further evidence that tomato, avocado, cucumber, gourds,
Yeah.
anything with a seed in it is a fruit.
Yeah. Sad to say, but yeah.
Sad to say.
So everything you were taught in high school about what's a fruit and what's a vegetable and all that shit is total bullshit. All of it. Fruits have seeds.
School?
Yeah, whenever you learn it. In elementary, you learn, oh, hey, this is a fruit, this is a vegetable. I was always taught that fucking cucumbers were vegetables and that pumpkins were vegetables.
Mm-mm.
I was always taught that.
Nope.
They just arbitrarily tell you what the fuck is a vegetable, and really it's all fruit. Like, all of it is fucking fruit. Like, name an actual vegetable.
Carrots.
Yeah. Carrots.
Potatoes, onions, garlic, lettuce.
Yeah.
Iceberg lettuce.
Well, I knew lettuce was.
Lettuce.
Yeah, lettuce was. Like, those are actual vegetables. Everything else is a fucking fruit.
Green beans.
Yeah.
Corn.
Yeah. Corn's a vegetable. Oh, they'll mention corn later on, trust me. We'll talk about the deviled corn. It's great.
Although it looks like a tomato, it's kind of a notional tomato. I mean, it's the idea of a tomato.
The idea of a tomato. Wow, that sounds like GMO harvest, gene slicing bull. There are no GMO tomatoes, by the way. That doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
We've bred them to be a certain way, yes,
Yeah.
because there is such a thing as the heirloom tomato,
Yeah.
which still dons the usual shape of a tomato, which is from the nightshade family.
Yeah.
And the way a nightshade thing looks is kind of like a weird looking bell pepper.
Yeah, kind of.
But deadly.
Yeah. Idea of a tomato. See this colorful language? Idea, fantasy, fucking, mythical language. God, Hideo Kojima, again, fuck, how much did you do in this movie, dude? Meat and poultry.
In the meat aisle, there are no bones anymore.
What? We just went to the store today and we saw fucking bone-in ribs, bone-in pork cutlet, bone-in, like, they love leaving the bone in.
Whole chickens.
Whole fucking chickens. What, did they suck the bones out of the fucking chicken? What?
Bones are in things. Just because
Yeah.
it is butchered in such a way to limit said bones,
Yeah.
which is actually a thing that has been done for many, many years.
Yeah, this dude is a fucking liar. Just flat out liar. Flat out fucking, like...
Did you not live during,
Yeah.
even in the 70s, they still had a butcher around.
Yeah, there were still isn't there a butcher in this town? Fuck yeah.
Not in this town, but I know where there might be one.
Okay.
There is
Pearl Stein. Wow, I wonder what religion she is.
veil, this curtain that's dropped between us and where our food is coming from.
Not deliberate. Kinda, but that's just human ignorance. That's not like it's not like Tyson erected this fucking invisible curtain. It's not like Tyson, gave this propaganda
Are
notion.
they saying that we can't figure out where our food comes from?
Kinda. Basically, he's saying that there's a veil between us and knowing where our food comes from.
Not really.
Yeah, no, it's just us not being aware.
Actually, in school, we also learned about this autistic chick that helped out cows.
Yeah, no, I bet. I mean, like fucking.
Did you not learn about her?
I think so. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Well,
It rings a
she's
bell.
actually the reason why the reason I even know about her is because she created one of the first, like single file cow liner thingies
yeah.
or some, I think the slaughterhouse.
Oh well. Abattoir is what it's called. They'll use the term slaughterhouse a lot. It's called an abattoir. It's like a French word.
Well, wait.
Oh. Yeah, sure. But again, like, that's just kind of the thing, this notion of, oh, it's slaughter. We harvest just about everything. Like, how many times have you seen pig's feet in a fucking supermarket? Like, especially in, like, the South and shit. Pig's feet is very common in the South.
Pig's feet, pig's ears.
Pig's ears. Like, we eat the whole fucking thing. We don't, like, fuck, cow tongue is fucking harvested.
Oh,
like,
which is amazing.
Yeah, which I hear is quite silky and velvety.
Oh.
But still, like, cow tongue is fucking eaten by people. People eat cow tongue. Like, fuck, we're not just eating, the rump and nothing else. You know what I mean?
Not to mention, isn't rump roast kind of tough?
A little bit.
Mm.
The rump is the butt, for those who don't
Well,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, the rump.
The industry doesn't want you to know the truth about what you're eating.
That is conjecture. You are assuming they don't because they don't outright tell you. Maybe people don't want to be reminded of a fucking abattoir every fucking 5 seconds. Maybe. Just maybe.
Because if you knew, you might not want to eat it.
Again, conjecture.
If you follow the food chain back from those shrink-wrapped packages of meat, you find a very different reality.
Oh no. The reality is a factory. No farms. Farms don't exist. Fuck you people.
The reality is
okay, pause. I mean, slaughterhouses, butcher house, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck you want to call it. The butchery.
Yeah.
It has become more mechanical.
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah.
But it is still ran by humans. It is still done by humans.
Yeah.
If you go inside of a Tyson plant, which I know a lot of Tyson workers.
Yeah.
They will tell you the inner workings of a corporation butchery.
Yeah. There is corporate butcheries. There is corporate abattoirs. But that being said, there's still farms involved. They make it sound like it's 0% farm, 100% factory. No, it's about 50-50.
The farm and the butchery are two separate entities.
Yeah.
And it's been that way for thousands of years, ever since we started the agricultural revolution.
Yeah, we take the meat away from the veg so they don't contaminate each other. We've just been doing that since the fucking Jews were around.
I mean, yes, we use the animal waste as fertilizer for our fields.
Yeah.
But still.
Actually, shit. In Medieval Dynasty, the only reason you own pigs is to make manure. That's like the only reason you get pigs early on. Is so you can fertilize your fields.
And for those who don't know, if a farmer tells you he's going to get honey, he's not actually getting honey.
Yeah, no.
He's getting manure.
Yeah, he's getting cow shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's getting.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit.
Just remember that next time.
Yeah.
That meat is...
You see, they just show you this field of all this cattle, like... What is this? All of Iowa in one shot? Like fucking like this thing is massive, and they're using all this like.
And those cow farms around here ain't that big.
Yeah.
Maybe that's down in like Texas or something.
Yeah, maybe that's in Texas, but like that's Iowa farms are nothing fucking like this.
We do have a lot of them though.
Yeah, multinational corporations.
Huge multinational corporations that have very little to do with ranches and farmers. Now our food is coming from enormous assembly lines.
Okay, do you want to know why it comes from assembly lines? There's a lot of fucking people on the planet. There's 8 buggering billion of us. There's never been that many
If it
before.
wasn't for Ford, we would never have the assembly line.
Yeah, no shit. If it wasn't for
And
Ford.
revolutionized the work industry.
Yeah, no
It
shit.
made factories even faster.
Yeah, we made them far more productive.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God, this next sentence, because I see it with subtitles, and so I know what they're gonna say next, and like, oh God.
Where the animals and the workers are being abused.
They're both being abused so badly that everyone wants to work at Tyson for some reason.
It's good money.
It's good money, motherfucker. It's hard work. You know?
Oop.
Yeah, come in.
There comes our friend.
Yeah. We're recording a video about Food Inc.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be on a YouTube video for a little bit.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to have any change, would you? Because I need $1.06, and I'll have enough for a Red Bull.
Okay. I mean, if you want, you can get a pop from the living room.
I have some RC. Just I need
Okay.
that little extra kick
No, I get
because
you,
I've been
yeah.
drinking and smoking.
Oh yeah.
And Mom was here.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for James, I wouldn't be going in. I just can't leave James hanging because
Yeah, no.
he's the only person I really enjoy working with.
That's fair.
He's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yes.
Uh-huh.
She's got ballers. Yay.
Yay.
Thank you very much. Also, I think tomorrow, Chrissy got Dad back on his food stamps, and I'm pretty sure he gets his tomorrow. If he does, you want to go to Hy-Vee with me?
Sure, fuck yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to go by myself, so me and you could go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, because I ain't working tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll let you know when I wake up if
Okie
it's on
dokie.
this card.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Sounds
And I
good.
figured you might like the chicken and food too.
Yeah. Gotcha. You take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
No.
Just a little visit from a friend. She borrows stuff from us. We borrow stuff from her. It's mutual kind of thing. Anyways, and the food has become much more dangerous. Ooh, spooky food.
Milk, by the way, okay, I'm gonna give an example. For those who think there is antibiotics in your produce,
Yeah.
milk cannot be sold with antibiotics still in it. If 1 gallon of antibiotics gets into milk, the entire batch, which can be thousands of gallons, has to be dumped.
Yeah. There's no antibiotics in this shit. They're lying to you about that. And here's the irony. They tell you there's antibiotics in the chicken, and then they tell you the chickens keep dying of disease. It's like, if there's antibiotics, they wouldn't die from disease. That's the whole point of antibiotics. At least not the disease they're describing.
Not to mention, if it's a living thing, you can give antibiotics to it.
Yeah. Well, they act like it's injected with antibiotics, but it's not.
No, it's never injected with antibiotics. Antibiotics is a medical thing, and the thing is, the antibiotics will leave the person's body once it's done doing its business.
Yeah. It comes out in your poop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or in the case of the chicken, the egg. No, I'm kidding. That's actually a joke. Cracking open my Coke.
And the food has become much more dangerous in ways that are being deliberately hidden from us.
Deliberately hidden. They're hiding how dangerous the food is. Yes, because when you get a pork cutlet, it has a little knife sticking in it.
I don't know why it's so fucking fast.
God, you would just tore into that popcorn. Fuck. Yeah. I don't think they rebrandish that stock of popcorn very often. Because mine was stale. I don't like stale popcorn. You can have mine if you want. I'll just have my chips.
Alright, whatever.
I mean, I like the flavor. I like cheddar or anything, but it's too stale for me.
And you've got a small group of multinational corporations who control the entire food system.
The entire food system controlled by corporations. Like, do you guys not know that farmers actually have a lot of individual say in what they're selling and what they're making and all that stuff? The farmers can actually, like, it's not like the corporation has the farmer under their thumb constantly. That's not, if that was true, there would be no farmers. Right? We have this farmer corporation Duolingo system for a reason. It's efficient. It gets the most food made. You know, I mean, do farmers even have quotas that they have to fill?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, like that's kind of a fascistic economy, a little bit, where it's basically like
I don't
in the
remember, but
middle.
here's what I don't know. I don't know if they get to set their quota or.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there being a quota, because in fascistic
Or at
economies,
least something like that. I don't remember.
and for those who aren't aware, America is like one step away from a fascistic economy. Actually, I think we got to that step since Biden came into office, because he put in a lot of quotas, a lot, and those quotas do help the big, multi-billion corporations that you people claim to hate so much. They help them completely, and they fuck over middle management. Especially you set the quota fucking high, so high that the average person can't film it, but giant mega fucking factories can. And it's done to a way where if the quota isn't met, then the government comes in and takes over and does their shit and fixes things and rewrites and fires and hires and all that other shit. But for the most part, it is, this quota system that's very common in fascistic economies. Communist economies, they just steal everything, give it to the leader, give nothing to the people, and everyone starves.
It's quantity over quality.
Yeah. So,
Allegedly.
Received to the supermarket. They're gaining control of food.
Okay. So let me get this straight. They have these corporations own everything. Also, they're gaining control. Not that they have control, but they're gaining control, which sounds like it's a work in progress.
No shit, corporations are in fucking control.
Yeah, no shit.
This isn't just about what we're eating. This is about what we're allowed to say.
Yeah, what you're allowed to say. Yeah, that's why this is a YouTube fucking movie by fucking YouTube.
Really?
With 140 million fucking subscribers. You're not allowed to say this about corporations. Yeah, totally. You're not allowed to. You fucking liars.
What we're allowed
Is
to know.
YouTube still owned by Google?
I think so, yeah.
Just our health that's at risk.
The companies don't want farmers talking.
Oh, God.
They don't want this story told.
The companies are controlling the farmers with fucking capitalism powers.
Well, that does have some things, because I have heard that the government's asking farmers to destroy their crops right now.
Yeah, but that's something that communists do. Gee, I wonder what kind of entity bankrolled the current president in such a way and then blackmailed his son.
Right now, not during when this movie was being made.
Yeah,
Although it was in the works.
Yeah, definitely in the works. Fucking communist China has been an example for a long fucking time, since like the 50s or some shit. Communist China Mao became a thing in like the 40s or 50s or whatever, shortly after World War II. I mean, shit. Fast food to all food. I think this is where we make sweeping generalizations about how farmers don't exist, after saying that there are farmers.
You know, that's a nice idea, but I think what I'd really like is a burger. My favorite meal to this day remains a hamburger and French fries. I had no idea that a handful of companies have changed what we eat and how we make our food.
How would they change what we eat? I thought supermarkets didn't have seasons. They would change what we eat if it's not available, i.e. there's a season. Then they would change it. But he said earlier, there are no seasons in supermarkets, so why are they changing what we eat? Why do they have to? What's the necessity? Like, there's so many contradictions in this. I've only seen the first 30 minutes once. And I'm like, you know what? I have to tear this fucker apart. I just fucking have to. That's a big fucking burger.
Eating this food all my life without having any idea where it comes from, any idea how powerful this industry is.
If by power you equate money made, yes, it is powerful. If you're talking about power as in coercive control, no, not powerful at all.
I'm like super confused at what they're trying to say.
Yeah, basically that he's trying to be foreboding and ominous that, you know, oh, these corporations were all in the background all along and nobody knew about it until I did my hard-earned research, by the way, by my book, about, you know, like every expert you will hear from has a fucking book to sell. That's kind of how you know it's, you know, kind of bullshit. Expert in quotes.
The idea of this world deliberately hidden from us. I think that's one of the reasons why I became an investigative reporter of this fake. The veil lifts the veil away from, you know, important subjects that are being hidden.
Important subjects that are being hidden. Yeah. Well, yeah, because, you know, how we
drugs have you taken?
no shit, because of how we eat beef or how beef is produced is more of an issue than cutting the dick off of my baby boy. That's not an important issue to lift the veil off of. No, sir. This massive fucking circumcision industry that mutilates and kills over 1 million baby boys a fucking year. Right? That we don't want to lift the veil up for some reason. Schlosser.
No.
Oh shit. I just realized something.
Is it the juice?
It's the cranberry juice. Yeah. Cranberry.
The longberry.
The longberry. The long hooked berry. Anyways,
Yes, the hooked berry.
The long hooked berry. No, anyways.
The hooked berried snake.
The hooked berried snake. I should put that in my story, the hooked berry snake. Like, just making a weird crooked snake with like a big berry on the top of his head. Yeah, yeah. The long berry hook snake. That's hilarious. And I just realized by saying his last name what is going on here. Oh shit.
I now understand everything.
I now know everything. Fuck Schlosser. Oh shit. Oh shit. Film projector. Oh, here we go.
The whole industrial food system really began with fast food.
Well, kinda.
In the 1930s, a new form of restaurant arose, and it was called the drive-in.
You ever been to a drive-in?
Like the actual, like the one that you park and you get
Yeah.
food, or
Yeah,
a
yeah.
drive-in movie?
Fuck either.
I've been to a Sonic.
Yeah.
I've never been to a drive-in movie theater. I was supposed to.
I think Sonic's like the only place that still does that.
I fucking miss Sonic.
I mean, yeah,
Love it.
Sonic is great. There is actually like 3 or 4 Sonics in fucking my area of California. I lived in the Sassoon Bay Area, Valley area, swamp region. That whole fucking place. I lived in that area. Which has Fairfield, Vacaville, Sassoon. It's right next to Sacramento, for those who don't know.
I'm okay.
Yeah, Aile's just choking on her medicine pipe. You know, tobacco. Medicine. It used to be called a medicine pipe. Like, I'm not being creative here.
I know.
It was
I know,
actually
dear.
called a medicine pipe. Like,
Yes, dear.
because tobacco was medicine back
Yes,
in the
dear.
day. Fucking
I think I would remember, dear.
fair, yeah.
Why are you telling the woman that clearly remembers every fucking thing?
Yeah, no kidding.
In this marriage of ours?
Yeah, in this very lengthy marriage that you somehow wrote me in by crushing the puss. No, I'm kidding. No. Quark.
I'm thinking like that's how I'm supposed to sound to you.
Yes, sometimes you sound like the Grand Nagus, like
Christopher.
Chris.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Anyway, continue. Please.
Yeah. Okay. This was a long sausage. Oh shit.
The McDonald brothers had a very
Like yours?
successful drive,
Shut up.
but they decided to cut costs and simplify. So they fired all their car hops. They got
Hey, you're
rid of
the one
most
who
of the
wanted
things
to
on the
tell
menu, and they
good jokes about you.
Well, yeah, but not when I'm making a fucking documentary. Maybe when I'm doing a Chris Cage, you can.
Reaction video?
Well, I guess. I mean, if you're if it's a Chris K, then you can talk about, der großen Schwanz and Zwischen meinen Beinen all day. I don't give a shit. But other than that,
German.
yes, I am. But no, die Deutschen mach. Anyways, so yeah, okay,
I challenge you to speak Proto-Norse.
it's Jesus, God, I actually know a little bit of like Old Norse and shit. Fucking,
So do I.
just a little bit, like a couple words here and there. But no,
You need to relearn it.
yeah, no shit.
But there's not enough information.
Yeah, a lot of the information got lost in time, unfortunately. Okay, drive-in hamburger bar. Okay.
Why the fucking we don't get to remember bullshit here?
Yeah, it's just part of the process, I guess. I mean, I've heard a few theories on it, but I don't know for certain. Anyways, okay, so back to the video. This is essentially, they're saying that Mickey D's, like, they fired out of the bell hops, they simplified the menu, they made it automated, which was the beginning of fast food. This is the transition
what
of
their purpose is to literally have a lunch on the go.
yeah, lunch on the go kind of thing.
It
That
was
their
still ran
idea.
by humans. It was
Yeah.
still done with very quick humans.
Yeah.
It has never changed from anything but human.
Also, before they mention it, this notion that automation does destroys jobs is total bullshit. Total bullshit. They've been making that argument since the fucking industrial age, and it's always been bullshit. If the more advanced your technology is, the more advanced your workers have to be to make the technology work.
Technology can fail.
Yeah, technology fails all the fucking time.
Human nature, human reflexes and skills do not
Yeah,
fade
exactly.
unless you are getting up in age.
Let me put it this way. If any of you remember Metalocalypse, Drummer Bot 2000 or whatever the fuck he was, the drummer bot that got high off fucking coke and fucked a robot hooker and all this fucking crazy shit. Like, and he, like, pukes fucking axle grease and shit, and then the whole fucking band's like fucking, well, Pickles at least is like, that fucker took my job! And then everyone else is like, fucking, oh no, drummer bot overdosed. Like, fucking, everyone's freaking out and shit. But that's an example of how machines can fail, right? Like,
Right.
even a drumming robot can fuck up.
Especially if it's on crack.
Yeah, especially if it's on crack. Oh no, drummer bot overdosed.
That's the big hulking black-haired man, right?
Yeah, Nathan Explosion. Yeah.
Yeah, the big, like.
Yeah. I think he was modeled partly after Pete and partly after another singer, but I forget who.
Oh, probably.
He was modeled after two people, but Peter Steele was one of them. Actually, and there's been a bunch of like look-alike memes about them two looking alike, which is kind of the point. Like, if you especially look at their face, like the way the chin is shaped and shit. Yeah. Anyways, I got distracted. Whatever. Fuck you, people.
Revolutionary idea of how to run a restaurant, and they basically brought the factory system to the back of the restaurant kitchen.
I don't see how that's a factory, but okay.
I mean, they made similar processes in a kitchen to work in a kitchen.
Yeah.
They're not full-on factory things. It is an assembly line, though.
Yeah. It's an assembly line, yeah.
That is the only thing it is. That is not to make it a factory.
Yeah, no shit. Speaking of, because this next line is, they trained each worker to just do one thing. Does that sound about right? About, give or take? Because I don't know about the early days of that shit. I don't even know what they do today. Because if you ask me, they have different people doing different shit in the back.
I mean, honestly, I feel like they should teach them a little bit of everything, but that is mostly how those places run.
Okay. So at least that's true.
They trained each worker to just do one thing again and again and again. By having workers who only had to do one thing, they could pay them low wage.
Oh, cool.
It was very easy to find someone to replace them.
So he's basically
that's
trying.
Ladder.
Yeah, that's just corporate ladder, dude. He's trying to make this appeal. It's basically the same appeal.
That has nothing to do with how the food is processed.
Yeah, it's basically it's the same thing communists do. It's an appeal to the working class. It's an appeal to the worker. But we all know how little commies care about the workers when they let their workers starve to death. Every fucking time.
Because it's all about fat, whiny little babies.
Yeah.
Who want everything for themselves with nobody else getting it.
Yeah, no shit.
The restaurant was a huge, huge success. That mentality of uniformity, conformity, and cheapness applied widely and on a large scale has all kinds of unintended consequences.
There's unintended consequences by being a corporation. That's literally what he's getting.
I mean, I don't like corporations either, but
God.
and that's because I'm used to a different system.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm used to small businesses running a fucking county.
I'd rather a bunch of small businesses do it. I'd rather there not be a McDonald's.
Honestly, I want small business land being left, right,
I would rather every town, every city have like a major burger joint like in their county or whatever. Like a county-wide burger joint for each county, each state. Like, I'd rather it all be individually owned businesses, all working for the greater good of the fucking whatever, right? I'm totally fine with that. I don't want McDonald's in every fucking corner. But since it is, and since I can only afford McDonald's half the time...
Chris,
What?
What I'm saying is I want little mom and pop
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
popping up even more
Yeah.
for, like, different items.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, whether it be a restaurant or a bookstore.
Yeah, true. Yeah, even bookstores need mom and pop. Like, fuck. The man who destroyed bookstores wrote a dick into space. On fucking 1/18th the budget that NASA gets, which makes you wonder what the fuck NASA does with all their fucking money.
Basically, I want a sense of community again.
Yeah, no shit. Like small businesses. Small businesses are how a community thrives. For the longest time, women owned small businesses to keep their family afloat. And their culture was the home. They ran it through the home, and they didn't have to pay taxes. Thanks, feminists. Thanks for making women pay taxes, you fucking assholes. And they essentially got women into the tax bracket and the tax market. And before, back when they couldn't own credit cards, they weren't allowed to own credit cards because they couldn't pay off their own debts. They legally did not have to pay off their own debts. Right? They had the benefit of not being fully a citizen. They were a special class of citizen. Women were. Until feminists were like, well, we should have to pay taxes too because, yay, corporations. Thanks. We appreciate it. I'm pretty sure Elle would like to have her own small business at the comfort of her home that isn't fucking taxed. Like, fuck. You fucking dickheads. Moo. Mooing is the next line. Moo. Moo. This has to be in fucking Texas or something. Like, what the... That's not how farms in Iowa look at all. Like, at all. Like, this is a very industrialized farm.
And the thing is, we actually have a booming dairy industry.
Yeah, and Iowa's full of fucking dairy and cows and shit. And we don't have this kind of shit in Iowa. This had to have been either doctored footage or it's of a very large specific meatpacking plant in Texas with all the fucking land they have. You know, this is not most of Middle America's fucking food farms. This isn't. Not even close. Ours don't look that way.
Close.
They don't look that way.
When McDonald's is the largest purchaser of ground beef in the United States, and they want their hamburgers to taste everywhere exactly the same, they change how ground beef is produced.
How does that even make sense? How does McDonald's change how ground beef is produced?
It's the only way they could do that is if they control their farms so heavily to do that.
Yeah, which I don't think they have that much say in the farmers. Not
They
to my
might,
knowledge.
But only because they're a huge corporation.
Yeah. He's making this picture that...
But then again, where the fuck are all these farms at?
No shit. Where this picture of all the cows huddled together with no breathing room at all isn't fucking normal. I've seen hundreds of farms living here. I've only lived here for a couple of years. All the farms I've seen, the cows had plenty of breathing room, plenty of open space, They had their little drinking area and their little food area and their little
And
hay
actually,
bales and
in this one cow farmer that I follow on TikTok,
Yeah.
technically,
Yeah.
he has cows that are dairy cows, and
Yeah.
they walk all over into the bushes
Yeah.
and shit.
they're
They have
they're
enough
wide
greenery.
they're wide open spaces. The vast majority of farms is wide open space, wide open land. Why do you think most of them are in fucking Iowa with nothing but land? Iowa's number one resource is fucking land. Now they use that land to make other things their produce, like eggs and corn and fucking um, soybeans. Shit you shouldn't eat or your dick will fall off. That kind of stuff. Like this image, this very emotional image of seeing the cows crammed ass end to face end, isn't fucking true for 90% of farms.
The only place that I've seen this grouping of cows.
Yeah.
In a small one, but that's only when they're getting loaded up into
Yeah.
a pen.
Yeah, that's not how they always live, guys.
They're getting loaded up into.
Yeah, like a butchering plant or whatever, like an
not
abattoir.
Even that.
Yeah.
Even dairy cows, they have to get loaded into their
Yeah.
areas and get strapped in and get the machine going and.
So you mean to tell me they took this image from the moment they're loading all these cows into another facility?
It's a possibility.
So they picked a very specific time, unlike all the other times, just to give us this horrible image of cows being abused.
It's possible.
I fucking believe it. Potato.
The McDonald's Corporation is the largest purchaser of potatoes, one of the largest purchasers of food.
Oh, here's the thing. At least we know it's actually real food.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey guys, at least it starts out as real food.
And you guys are kind of proving that McDonald's is actually not as bad as we thought it was growing up. Is if anything what you're proving.
Okay, but the thing is, McDonald's makes my stomach hurt, definitely.
Yeah, no shit.
But it still tastes good.
I don't know what they do to that. I don't know if they sprinkle a little cocaine into their food or what they do. I don't know what they do. They probably put like some sort of pink paste drug or something.
Oh no.
Something. I don't know. Fuck. Chicken, tomatoes, lettuce, even apples. Well, yeah, they sell those little apple things. Does anyone even eat those things? Like, I've never seen anyone eat those fucking apple things from McDonald's. I've seen people eat the apple pies. My mother used to love the apple pies.
The apple pies.
But,
I don't like apple pie in general.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about apple pie either. I love cherry pie. I'll eat cherry pie all the fucking time. I love cherries. Cherries are my shit. That and pomegranates. I love pomegranates too. But, like...
Yeah, actually, speaking of which, those aren't in season right now.
Exactly. Wait a minute. We got cherries from the store the other day.
Yeah, we actually got cherries, but guess what's not in the store right now? That sometimes it's in pomegranates.
Yeah, I didn't see any pomegranates. Yeah.
And mangoes.
Same with mangoes. You're right. Same with mangoes. So there's no season in a supermarket. It's fucking stupid. It's a total lie. Total fucking lie. This is total. I'm not a farmer. I didn't grow up on a farm. But I knew this was entirely fucking bullshit just by hearing how they talked about it. They're trying to paint this picture that there are no farmers and the farmers don't exist and it's all these corporations. By the way, farmers are getting fucked over by corporations because reasons. They're still a bad guy, keep in mind. And they claim that they tried to talk to Tyson and Tyson refused an interview. I doubt it. I doubt they fucking said anything to Tyson. They probably just didn't say anything at all. And then Tyson didn't respond because how the fuck are they supposed to know? And then they brought in the documentary. Oh, Tyson refused to respond because they're evil, frothing dickheads who want to control the world through hard labor and taxation, and the working class, and we must liberate the unity of the soul. Like all this fucking socialist bullshit.
Jesus Christ.
I get pedantic when I do a video. That's when my theater days come back out. I'm like Avery Brooks a little bit, like just a little.
Calm down.
Just a little bit.
Just continue the damn movie.
I'm the white Avery Brooks.
Chicken, tomatoes, lettuce, even apples.
Apple.
These big fast food chains want big suppliers.
Well, duh.
And now there are essentially a handful of companies controlling our food system.
Oh God, this. Oh my god. This. Look at this shit. It's animated, by the way. This is an animation of, see all these rows of cows being shipped to one mega factory? Like it, dude, this is such propaganda. This
That
scene,
is like a weird dystopian like farm.
yeah.
Or
This is like dystopian farm horror. Is what this fucking is. And then we look at the individual cow.
In the 1970s, the top 5 beef packers controlled only about 25% of the market.
So this is beef specifically. This is beef, and then they'll show you all produce, all meat. Fuck, I forgot the word. They'll show you all the meats and stuff, and then say, you know, it's disingenuous.
Today, the top 4 control more than 80% of the market.
Tyson doesn't make beef; they make chicken. So the market
and
changed.
pork sometimes.
And pork, yeah. They don't just do beef. Originally, they show you beef only, and then they show you corporations that do more than beef. So they're kind of disingenuous about that. And what the fuck is Cargill? I've never heard of that. Cargill, Swift, and what was that? Butterfinger? What was that last one? Oh.
They're controlling the meat. We've never had food companies this big and this powerful in our history.
Okay, I skipped ahead by accident. I didn't even do that, guys. I'm sorry. Fuck. Hold on. Oh, that's where they show the fucking OP chickens.
But if you don't eat at a fast food restaurant, you're now eating meat that's being produced by this system.
So, because meat is produced in a system, and that system also produces meat for fast foods, therefore you're eating fast food meat because reasons. That's what he just fucking told us. What? Is that guilt by association? Is that what you just did? Like, but to meat, like, does this dude just hate beef? Does he just think beef is like a fool's choice? Like,
Probably.
does he just hate beef? Like, he claims to eat fucking hamburgers, but who the fuck doesn't? Such a basic bitch meal, anyways.
I ate a lot of hamburgers as a kid. So
Yeah.
I've had enough of them.
Oh yeah, my keys got a fucking thing on them. Bottle cap. Huh.
Really?
There you go.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
I don't know where the
This
lid
thing is
went.
in my goddamn hand.
Yeah, because it's cold glass. Glass likes to soak in the cold.
Apparently.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I gotta drain the dragon because I have the bladder of a squirrel. How about you continue to talk more about farms and stuff and just kind of how that stuff works? Like, talk about farmers for a little bit, and I'll drain the dragon and come back.
Ah. Ooh, ginger beer. Oh, shit. I forgot I was doing a video.
You just started petting the cat? Okay. Yeah, we got 2 cats, Sammy and Shadow. They're both.
I love this cat.
They're both like charcoal gray kind of cats.
Well, Sammy's brown.
Well, he's got a brown.
He's brown hues.
Yeah, he's got brown in him, but although Shadow's got a little brown in him too, just a little.
Just in little tiny spots like on his arms.
Yeah, he's got brown on his arms, but they're mostly charcoal, like charcoal gray, tuxedo a little bit, kinda. not full tuxedo, but they're like charcoal gray. Come on, Shadow Bud.
Yeah, we're probably gonna share this.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind.
Holy guacamole.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back, guys.
I didn't know where to put these.
I got them. I'll put them on the table. Hopefully I don't forget they exist. Okay, here we go. Bacon.
You look at the labels, you
Bacon.
see farmer this, farmer that. It's really just 3 or 4 companies that are controlling the meat.
So it's not farmers. Farmers don't control the meat. They just sell it. That's not control. Notice how I use the word control and not produce. Big difference.
We've never had food companies this big and this powerful in our history.
Well, that's because we haven't had people this big and powerful in our country. We have to feed somebody, or we have to get fed somehow. Like, of course we're going to make bigger and bigger companies making more and more food. Duh, there's 8 billion of us. It's a lot of fucking people.
Tyson, for example, is the biggest meatpacking company in the history of the world.
I thought they only made chicken. Do they make beef? Does Tyson make? I've never seen Tyson beef before.
They make pork and chicken.
Okay, I've never seen, because they mentioned Tyson in the beef market, and they don't make fucking beef. They make chicken and pork. They
I don't know.
You know, the Tyson makes the shit you have to cook all the way, or you fucking die. Beef, you just cook the skin, you're good. Like, now of course people will say, "Oh, there's E. coli in the middle." No, there's not, dickhead. No, there's not. It's a surface level bacteria. It's not a. It doesn't get deep into the meat. You know, like that's just not how it works. Although the way poultry and pork are, you want to cook them thoroughly. Yeah, no, ginger beers have been used as medicine since like the 1600s. Yeah, they've had medicinal properties for a long time because the ginger actually helps with like blood pressure and things like that. Yeah.
I have blood pressure issues.
Oh, you do, don't you? Yeah, my mother used to drink ginger beer when she was a kid because she had heart issues. She used to drink ginger beer. It would help her feel better.
I need to buy more of this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh God! Now I have to drink all of it. Oh fuck me.
Well, let me try.
Yeah, you can try it. That's fine.
I mean,
look how slowly I'm drinking it.
I mean, I've got pot, so we'll see how the fucker works with me.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sorry, this turned into a product tasting video.
Oh. Oh. God. Oh. Fuck. Extra ginger is right. Sweet zombie Jesus. Natural ginger flavor. 12 ounces. Jesus. Cock and bull. Ginger beer. Fucking dick, man. God, that wasn't a ginger drink. That was a ginger shot in the face. That was like a gun of ginger pointed in my mouth hole and fired into my brain. Like, I should do like product advertisements where I'm like, yes, enjoy this fine ginger beer. It's like being shot in the throat with ginger goodness, with a gun of ginger purity.
I don't know. I guess I was actually able to stand it.
Yeah. God, that's strong, man. Like that's old-fashioned ginger beer strong. Like that's not the ginger beer of today, which is like just a little bit of ginger and the rest is fucking soda. But
and then here I am.
This one's like fucking, oh, open your gullet, John. Let's shove a whole ginger in there. Fucking I'm funny. Anyways, okay, so
it actually tastes good to me.
Oh, you'll like this one.
Oh no.
The industry, they're talking about Tyson, changed the entire way that chickens are raised. Ooh. I'm just gonna say ooh every time they say something spooky, like.
Oh no.
And you'll like this diagram that's coming up. You'll like it.
Changed the entire way that chicken are raised. Birds are now raised and slaughtered at half the time they were 50 years ago, but now they're twice.
Okay, my explanation when Chris told me about this.
Yeah, I told Dale about this.
was that we bred the big chickens with the big chickens and made bigger, even better, bigger chickens.
Do you know what the difference between 1950 and 2008 is? 58 years. Do you know how long a chicken lives?
That's like 1500s chicken.
Yeah.
Compared to what happened after we started breeding the big ones.
Yeah, no kidding. Like 58 years. Do you know how many generations of chickens that are? That's a lot of generations. They only live what? 2 years? 3 years? Chickens don't live very long.
Poor bastards.
I think they live 5 years, if that, but they don't live very long. Like,
Poor bastards.
so that's at least 10 generations, at least.
Yeah, I don't know, but dude, this tastes great.
Okay, well, if it's helping your
The
blood pressure.
carbonation fucking sucks, but
Yeah, you hate carbonation, I know. But okay, here's another here's what they're not telling you. A, selective breeding made this, and B, corn made this. Now they'll bring up corn later because they didn't acknowledge corn here, so they'll acknowledge it later.
After moving to Iowa, Chris has now. First off, he thinks the deer here are like super sized.
The deer are scary. They are nightmare filled. I would rather face a bear than an Iowan deer. Like seriously, an Iowan deer like could do a ninja kick and decapitate me in one blow. Like they are fucking.
Our deer are not that huge.
Your deer are massive. They're as big as I am.
Are they?
There was a deer. Your uncle and I were heading back to the house, and there was a fucking.
Are you sure you just don't have depth perception issues?
We were in the car, and I looked out the window, and there was a deer in the field. You know that one field on the side. It was standing there, and he stood up. His head went up, and he looked me dead in the eye and said, "I'm coming for you." I swear to fuck. In Bronson's voice, he said it. Giant fucking ears. Or not ears, antlers. Giant fucking antlers. Like antlers out to here. Like giant fucking moose death antlers.
I think you saw a fucking deity of some sort.
And I think that was the spirit of the forest. I really do. I don't think that was a real deer. That was the spirit of the forest. He was 2 meters tall, guys. 2 meters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a fucking like a spirit deer.
Yeah, that was a spirit deer. I've never seen a deer that big in Iowa. In Iowa, the deer are like 1.5 meters.
I mean,
1.6.
the only reason why I'm getting confused is because I've been in cars with my friends and we've hit a deer. The car is like not even damaged.
Yeah.
And the deer was like 40 feet away.
Yeah. Jeez, yeah.
And it's like.
Well, and again, that's just the thing is that like I've seen some crazy fucking deer in Iowa. They're corn fed. They're huge. They're fucking enormous. Animals that eat corn get big and bulky and they get a little chub on them, but they mostly get muscle. They get a lot of fucking protein out of corn. Like, holy fuck, guys. If you've ever seen corn-fed animals, they taste better, they're bigger, they're stronger, they're better, they're healthier. Right? Now later they'll tell you, oh, cows can't eat corn because reasons, but E. coli can eat corn and become super E. coli and kill billions of children and fuck all this propaganda bullshit.
This is good. People like to eat white meat, so they redesigned the chicken to have large breasts.
Yeah, we redesigned it.
By breeding large chicken with large chicken to make another large chicken.
Yeah, we didn't breed them.
We noticed that in some genes,
yeah,
they became bigger for some
there's
reason.
big titty chicken genes, you know, like that does exist.
It was a mutation.
It was a mutation, yeah.
That were like,
mutations happen all the time. Mutations
must breed more.
Yeah, exactly. We just breed in the mutations we like, and there you go. It's genetically modified, technically.
And it took forever.
Yeah, a lot of times it takes 50 plus years, if not longer. But that's only if you have an organism that only lives like less than 10 years. Like, you need at least a dozen, like 5 to a dozen generations to breed in.
That's why they have so many.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't think it matters with chickens if they end up, like, half incesting.
Yeah, I don't think their genetics get fucked up that bad.
I don't really know, though.
Watch he use the word.
Maybe that's actually why that happened.
Yeah, maybe that's just an incest chicken. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. He says redesign. We redesigned them in a lab. That's what it sounds like. All I'm
picturing is just people in the 1500s just doing this just because.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes we'd still find the small chickens just running around because they were normal.
And honestly,
we tried getting those.
The big, super giant, fat titty chicken, that tastes better. There's more meat. It tastes better. It's more savory. It's got a better flavor.
Fat.
There's more fat. There's more muscle. That's called corn, motherfucker. We didn't take a chicken DNA, pull the DNA code, swap out the codes we wanted, put it back in.
Conversations with the corn or something?
Yes, I did. I am the corn god. I should make the god of corn. Just corn. Just corn. Like a lesser deity. Just corn. The god of corn. I'll call him Iowa Steen. No?
No, don't do that.
No, I'm kidding. I'll call him Schlosser. How about that?
No.
Schloss. Do you wonder what language that is? Cranberry juice. Anyways.
EIOWA. Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa could do that. Oh, well, we're at an hour. Holy shit, we're only like 8 minutes into the video.
Mm-hmm.
We're at like an hour 10. Okay, so I might have to do this in more than one part or more than 2 parts because I'm not doing the whole thing. Fuck that noise. I'd like to get to the 30-minute marker, but I doubt it. I get distracted easily. I'm sorry, guys. Like, this is kind of a review meets a debunking video meets me being a fucking goofball.
Actually,
Yeah. I got the stomachs. Oh, shit.
You have this.
The stomachs. I didn't want to say pill.
Stomachs?
I didn't want to say pill. There you go.
Jesus.
Yeah, that should help your gut. Ale has stomach pill she takes. Anyways,
Well, we both take it.
Oh, yeah, but, okay.
But. I
It not
feel like
only
I'm
changes
Oh, you'll love this part. You'll love this part. It's fucking nuts.
chicken, they changed the farmer.
They changed the farmer.
Today, chicken farmers no longer control their birds.
No control whatsoever. That's why you can go to a chicken farm in Iowa and look at the fucking chickens and, like, feed them and shit.
A company like Tyson owns the birds from the day they're dropped off.
They're just dropped off instantly. Just
What
instantly.
country is that in?
I have no fucking clue. I'm assuming America.
Until the day that they're slaughtered.
Look, they're stamping the chickens' fucking heads. They fucking stamp them. I've never heard of anyone stamping a fucking chicken. Stamp. Like fucking that chicken was like, Arr! Like they're just
Like I said.
who the fuck stamps a chicken?
I don't actually know.
Like we've got a buddy who works at the fucking Tyson plant. Has he ever talked about stamping chickens all day? Has he ever fucking talked about that? Fuck.
I've never heard of that.
I've never. That's got to be bullshit, guys. I don't fucking believe we stamp chickens with blue stamps because reasons. Well, but Tyson owns everything. There are no farmers. Tyson owns all the birds.
You want some more?
No. Oh shit! Don't drop it.
Do you want some more?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. Actually, I think ginger kind of messes with my meds a little bit. I think I might get a weird flushed feeling in my brain.
National Chicken Council.
National Chicken Council, because we need to have that for some reason.
Chicken industry has really set a model for the integration, production, process, marketing of products that other industries are now following because they seem to achieve tremendous economies.
So basically, they're aligning their business model to be more productive. Gasp. Because, businesses just don't do that totally. Even mom and pop businesses do that, guys. Like, fucking everybody does that. You go with what's more profitable. That's all he said. He said it in a bunch of legalese, granted. But, Is that for Peking duck? Duh! Chickens are food! That's a weird sentence. We're not producing chickens, we're producing food. We eat chickens, dickhead! What?
It's all highly mechanized. So all the birds coming off those farms.
I thought they weren't on farms. We were just told that they weren't on farms. Tyson owns all the birds. The farmers don't own any birds. Tyson owns them all. So why are they coming off the farms? You see, you catch these people in lies every 5 fucking seconds.
To be almost exactly the same size.
Yeah, it's not like chickens just naturally come in a specific size, naturally. Like, just, God forbid, you know, people are naturally 5'10" because reasons. You know? Like, fuck.
What the system takes into production is to produce a lot of food,
Duh.
small amount of land, at a very affordable price. Somebody explain to me what's wrong.
Well, if you're on the side of nothing wrong is happening here, then why are you using such legalese to describe everything? I mean, you put it succinctly in the end, granted, which I do appreciate, but other than that. Also, why is there a chicken council? Is there a cow council? Is there a pig council? Is there a juice council? Not that juice, but you know what I mean? Like, are there councils for different food products? Like,
I don't fucking know.
this is Kentucky. Okay. Soon they're gonna blame Iowa for everything, so just get ready for that.
Hey, that looks normal.
Yeah.
That's exactly how everything looks. Guys.
That's actually how farms look. After the decline of tobacco, many farmers in the South turned to chicken farming. Well,
yeah, that's exactly how it looks.
Yeah, that's actually how it looks. But I don't think that's a chicken farm.
Actually, I kind of okay. One thing I got was like when they were stamping the chicken was like maybe that was in the buyer's market itself. That farmers use to buy their chickens.
Oh yeah, that's possible. That's possible. So again, they're cherry picking. They're cherry picking and telling you a different story, basically.
Which there is an entire market just specifically for farmers.
For farmers to buy crops and cattle and chickens and all that stuff. Yeah, no,
there
you're right.
is an entire fucking market that we don't deal with.
Yeah, exactly. So and they naturally they don't tell you about that extra market. There's a third market involved, and they don't even mention that market exists. Coincidentally.
The fuck is that face?
I don't know. I had a minor stroke. Or my face. Yeah, no shit. That's my chicken denial face. Chicken denial.
He looks like a normal farmer.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Smells like money to me.
I think by money he meant chicken shit.
Yep, pretty much.
Tyson Grower.
Yeah, they bought farms, and this is the farms.
Yeah. You see how spread out this farm region is? This is for one type of food, chickens. It's not for fucking, you know, it's not for...
Although I will say, I really want those fucking things to be more cushioned.
Yeah, no shit.
It's just like, just let them lay on like a bed of feathers or something.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
They would feel so much better.
Actually, they specifically don't show us what's inside of these ones because he was told by Tyson not to. Allegedly. I'm taking everything with a grain of salt because I don't know who the fuck's telling the truth.
I'm not sure why. I mean, I've seen the inside of one multiple times, even on a small scale.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
They're full of shit sometimes.
Yeah. You've been inside a chicken shed. You've seen the inside of a chicken shed,
basically, yeah.
Okay, they're gonna show you what's inside a normal chicken shed in quotes.
And not to mention, I don't know, maybe this is from a movie, but I've actually seen depictions of it, and yes, there's a fuck ton of birds in there.
Yeah.
But there's either just droppings or fucking like feathers everywhere.
Yeah, typically feathers.
There's workers everywhere.
Yeah, there's a bunch of workers. Yeah, that's not what they show.
There is not one fucking person doing all of this.
Yeah.
There is workers upon workers upon workers.
Yeah, they have a bunch of workers. Yeah. But they don't show that. They don't show the farmer side of it. They just show the corporate side of it and say this is the only side.
I mean,
this is as bad as feminism.
I mean, the only thing that I know that has happened here that is pretty bad.
Yeah.
And this is one instance.
Yeah, one instance. Gotcha.
Most farms I have ever seen do not do this.
Yeah. It was just one case of one guy being a dickhead. Gotcha.
Well, it was somebody I knew. is actually a relative.
Oh, Jen.
Anyway, I'm not going to specify.
Yeah.
But basically, what had happened was he was working at a hog farm, and what they did was that they snacked baby pigs on the sides of things if they were mutilated, sick, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And basically break their neck.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was that for like a veal kind of thing? Or?
No.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
That's really weird. Because typically, again, this is one case of one thing happening once in a massive farming community in the middle of buttfuck Iowa.
I don't know.
But, you know.
I've actually told others that, and they're like, yeah, no, that's against the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind.
I hope they got reported.
I'm gonna equate this to history because that's just my bag. Historically, slaves were a form of agriculture. They were a form of farming. They were a form of labor. They were a form of. They were essentially produce. Essentially, they just didn't sell their meat or anything. They didn't harvest humans. Oh, probably. You're just not supposed to, sell your slaves' meat or anything. But you can use them, and typically the only people who owned slaves were rich fuckers, and they were of a specific religion, just so you know, which allegedly isn't white, so I don't know if, that counts or anything. But anyways, slavery, they bought it from North African kings. In this, what they showed you about the chicken stamping heads and shit, according to Ale, that's them buying it from the market. They're buying food from the market.
Keep in
to
mind,
raise.
This is just my interpretation of it.
Yeah, based on what you know about farms.
Yeah, just based on what I've gathered. I mean,
Yeah.
these are not accurate completely.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a farmer myself.
Yeah.
But
she's lived in a farming community her whole fucking life. Her education was like 40% about farming. Like fucking, they taught her how to grow fucking pumpkins and shit. We actually grew our own fucking produce for a short while, and then it died because of winter. But that's beside the point. Like we were growing our own shit for a while.
I mean, there is actually one of the classes in my school. It was a very specific part of agriculture was horticulture.
Yeah.
They raised fish.
Yeah. Yeah. They show a little bit of that, but they kind of lie about that too.
The chicken industry came in here, and it's helped this whole community.
They'll try and undermine that statement in a minute.
Here's my chicken. How was here? I have about 300,000 chickens.
Yeah, you have extra workers.
Yeah, you have a bunch of workers in there. Big pop.
We have a contract with Tyson. They've been growing chickens for many, many years. And it's all a science. They got it figured out. If you can grow a chicken in 49 days, why would you want one you got to grow in 3 months? More money in your pocket.
I mean, again, that's just basic fucking economics. I mean, duh. If you're selling a produce that takes 49 days to mature, you're gonna get more money more often than if you sell a produce, even if that produce is more expensive, in 73 days.
That's just the science of doing that.
Yeah, that's just science. They act like it's this big fucking, fucking corporate bullshit.
The only thing I would want to look into is what preservatives and stuff get put into Tyson's food.
Yeah.
How much stuff they're actually putting on said chicken, because I want there to be more chicken than bread.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah,
That's actually something I want to change. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the farmers.
Yeah.
They're doing their job.
They're doing what God intended. God intended man to toil the field, and guess what? He's toiling, motherfucker. Yeah, you're welcome. Yes, it's men doing that, might I add, but we're gonna do that all together.
Did they ever show the sheep farmers?
Maybe after the 30-minute mark. Maybe, I don't know. Not from what I've seen. I've only seen up to 30 minutes, so.
Well, then we're going.
These chickens never see sunlight.
For sure.
They're pretty much in the dark all the time.
He says they never see sunlight. The chickens never see sunlight. They're in the dark all the time.
They do stay in there all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know if they. I mean, from what I
There should be
remember,
artificial lights in there. There should be, and a bunch of workers feeding the chickens and all that stuff.
yeah, because they can't go without vitamin D.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Vitamins. Actually, shit. A bunch of aquariums they have to use vitamins in their fish. Sharks have to eat vitamin supplies, or else they don't have enough nutrients in their food, and they'll actually fucking starve because they won't have enough fucking vitamins and shit.
Actually, what I just fed our cats was another package of tuna,
Oh, okay.
another half of a pack of each for the
Yeah.
cats, mixed with an egg and some ground up eggshell
Oh, cool. Yeah.
sprinkled in,
Yeah.
which is actually okay to do
hmm
because of calcium. And then I also gave Sammy some,
The bigger cat. Yeah.
yeah, I gave him some special herbs
Herbs.
for like stomach health,
Yeah. You gave one to help him poop, right?
basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I gave Shadow some chamomile in his.
Yeah. Actual herbs. We're not giving our cats weed. It's actual herbs. You know. Still, I mean, we're not giving them actual drugs. It's just, fucking, like she does things with herbal remedies, herbal recipes, herbal teas, herbal. She's a herbal witch bitch kind of type.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but again, that's so. She does know a bit about harvesting and all that stuff. She's kind of my expert in this because she knows more about farms than I do. I know a lot about history, but I don't know a lot about agriculture, to be honest. But Vince had offered to show us inside his chicken houses. That's a lot of chickens. You can just hear them. It's a lot of chickens. But after multiple visits by Tyson representatives, he changed his mind. Again, allegedly. We don't have any video recording of this. This is what we're being told.
Yeah, we'd actually have to ask him.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, can you actually tell us on video?
Nah. If I knew, I'd tell you. It would be nice if y'all could see what we really do, but, as far as y'all going in, we can't let you do it.
He has to do that because it's his job.
Yeah,
and
that's
on the line.
It's his job. Yeah, he has to. Now, they end up getting the scoop in from some other random fucking chicken farmer bitch that works for a company but doesn't, but does, but doesn't, but does. I don't know. They keep changing the story. And then they'll show a bunch of illegals beating up chickens. Which is totally not to yank your emotions. Totally not. No, totally.
What country is it from?
America. A bunch of illegal immigrants beating up chickens. They'll actually show that for a short time. I'm not joking. Like, kicking chickens and shit.
That's what they said.
Yeah, well, that's what they showed you.
Oh.
Yeah. By blurring their faces out in very convenient angles.
Oh, God.
Very convenient, might I add, for, a hidden camera that allegedly was put on the barn. Allegedly. Like, this whole thing is just such bullshit. Like,
well,
they're lying to you.
Then they were probably doing it so they could eat.
Yeah. Well, they're working for a company. They were working for some sort of corporation or whatever, basically. So, yeah. And they kind of use this guy's statement.
I guess I just want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
No, I agree.
But
I agree.
reading through them is definitely needed.
Yeah. But him saying, I want to show you what we really do, it sounds leading. It sounds like they're doing something evil behind the curtain. They're slicing open chicken brains and sniffing the entrails or whatever. Right? That's what he's making it sound like. Or, well, that's how the filmographer's making it sound like, really. It's not really him. It's just what's implied by how this movie is. See, this is what I don't get. The vast majority of these people that are being interviewed, they don't actually say anything. They just tell you basic facts, basic information, and it's implied that this is some evil corporate bullshit because of how the beginning of the film was. This whole thing is yellow journalism.
What does that mean?
Fucking fake doctored evidence. Basically fake news. Yellow journalism was the old term for fake news. It was the same thing. Tyson declined to be interviewed for this film. Did they, or did you just not tell them and say, oh, they didn't want to talk to us? See how evil they are? Wink, wink, wink. Like that. I don't fucking believe any of you people. I seriously don't. I believe the farmer dude, but I don't believe you people.
I mean, I've heard some things that Tyson's kind of a.
After asking dozens of farmers, only one allowed filming in the chicken houses. Dun dun dun.
I understand why farmers don't want to talk because the company can do what it wants to do as far as pay goes, since they control everything.
They control everything. Gee, I wonder what side she's on.
But it's just
Purdue grower. So she works for Purdue. I don't know what Purdue is. I've never heard of Purdue until this fucking documentary.
I don't know. Like the only Purdue I know is Purdue like University or some shit.
Oh shit, yeah. Carol
I don't know.
Morrison.
That's what I think exists. I don't know.
just gotten to the point that it's not right what's going on, and I've just made up my mind. I'm going to say what I have to say.
Now, keep in mind, she doesn't actually say anything. Like, she acts like, I'm gonna come out and tell the truth, and she doesn't fucking say dick.
I understand why others don't want to. And I'm just to the
It
point
tastes
that
better
it
flat.
doesn't matter anymore.
No,
Something
it
has to be said.
Something has to be said. Now, I'm going to show you and not say anything. God. Oh, the ginger.
Are you okay?
God. I had a ginger cocktail like this once. I think it put me in a coma for like 2 hours or something. God, that burns on the way down. Holy crap! Like that is like a bull in the china shop, and the china shop is my face, and it's just like friggin'. It's me getting close.
Oh no, Christopher!
No one's gonna know what that means. Anyways,
Christopher.
yeah, I know, but no. And so she's got this somber visage, like, oh no, the woe is the farmer, woe to the working class. You ever heard of the term woe to the vanquished? You ever heard of that term?
I don't think so.
Basically, the first time the Gauls invaded Rome, long before Julius Caesar's time, like 300 years prior, Rome was just a small little city-state. They weren't even an empire yet. And the Gauls basically invade, conquer, and all that stuff, and they have a scale set up, and the scale is to be like they put things on the scale and they measure out a certain amount to pay to the Gauls for being the victors, right? And one of the Romans says, "Wait a minute, the scale has been doctored. It's been faked. It's been altered." And the Gallic lord or the leader or whatever takes his heavy sword, his heavy two-handed sword, and throws it on the scale and says, "Woe to the vanquished." And that's really what this document feels like. Woe to the vanquished. But it's more sob story woe to the vanquished than an actual woe to the vanquished scenario. And basically what that situation meant was, what does it matter if the scales are doctored? We beat your ass. Now what? You pay us. We won.
And that's exactly what happened with the election, anyway.
You're not wrong. I could have sworn fucking Biden would have just gone up there, throw a package of Depends on the fucking stage and say, "Woe to the vanquished."
How did I drink this?
Yeah, you drank that ginger beer like a fiend.
I feel good though.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've been told that it helps with like blood pressure and other things like cholesterol, stuff like that. It helps with health in general. It just kind of helps you be healthy. Although I think the ginger kind of fucks my meds a little bit, honestly, because maybe the Norco, maybe. I'm feeling it on the sides of my temples. I'm feeling like pressure on my temples when I drink that. I don't know why. It could just be the head high of my drugs kicking in or whatever, but just when I drink it, I get this weird like pressure on my temples from my medication. I'm on opioids. For those who don't know, I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I literally have to be on opioids or else I can't function. Like I literally can't function. And I would probably, shit my guts out all the time if I wasn't on these meds. Because, thank God opioids bind you up. And for those who are unaware, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome very much, like, it messes with your intestines, it messes with your kidneys, it messes with your liver, and if you've got an organ that's made of collagen, it fucks with it, right? Like, I think the only thing it doesn't really fuck with is the lungs, I think. There's like one or two organs it doesn't really mess with that much, but just about every organ you can think of. It messes with the heart really bad. A lot of people with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome also have POTS, which is another thing I have too, which is a heart condition. So, and I actually knew a girl in high school. I think she was like a freshman when I was like a junior or something. She was pretty young, but she had POTS too, and she was in like special needs courses and stuff and classes and shit because of her POTS, because it made it difficult for her to sit for long periods of time. At least sit straight up. She had to lay down at certain intervals because of her blood pressure. And that eventually ended up happening to me too. So that's kind of what I go through now. But my POTS didn't develop as much back then as it has later on. Just part of the progression of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Anyways, long aside. Long sausage. Okay. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Unlike Vince, Carol still uses the old-style houses with open windows. Making Vince look like a baddie. Gotcha.
I would just put really strong screens.
Yeah.
Chicken wire is a thing.
Yeah, there's chicken wire. Look at this shit. Not a worker in sight. Just her. She owns all this.
Yes, she's gonna own it.
Well,
she can hire workers.
Yeah. Not a fucking worker in the house. They're all fed through an automated system. Like, way to knock out the middleman, farmer, Carol. You liar. This is not what a normal fucking chicken hut looks like, guys. There's workers, there's tables, there's prep areas, all sorts of shit. Right? She's cut out all of that. Like, this is specifically her business. She made her business her way, which farmers are allowed to do, might I add. They can cut out middle jobs if they want to. It's up to them. She's cut out the middleman and then turns around and says, "Oh, I own all this, and look how unhumane it is." It's because you made it that way, you liar. Jeez.
It is nasty in here. There's dust flying everywhere. There's feces everywhere. This isn't farming. This is just mass production, like an assembly line in a factory.
Well, I mean, you can do both. They don't exclude each other. It's not that farming no longer becomes farming when there's more than 20 cows involved. Like that's...
When they grow from a chick, and in 7 weeks you've got a 5.5-pound chicken, their bones and their internal organs can't keep up with the rapid growth. A lot of these chickens here, they can take a few steps, and then they plop down. It's because they can't keep up with all the weight that they're carrying.
Does any of that make sense? Does any of that sound true?
Not what I've ever heard.
Yeah. I don't... The only people who actually say something are write out lies. Everyone else doesn't really tell you anything. They just state the basic facts in very long gibberish English to make it sound convoluted and interesting and advanced when really it's just basic, boring, basic bitch bullshit. Like, fuck people.
Yes.
What?
Left the door open.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, was Shadow in there? Yeah. Hey, Shadow Butt. The lavender should help him sleep.
Chamomile.
Whatever. 1:39 is what we're at for the recording. I mean,
I'm gonna make supper here soon.
yeah. We'll how about this? We'll go to the 2-hour mark and then we'll cut it off. How about that? So about another 20 minutes. We'll do it for another 20 minutes. How's that sound? Does that sound okay? I could just cut it short and do this a multi-parter. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I want to get supper going.
Okay. All right. Ale and I are going to take a break. We're going to make the next video probably in maybe a week or a few days or whatever. So keep an eye out for that. This is me debunking Food Inc. with Ale the farmer wife, the trad wife farmer.
Attempting to be trad wife farmer.
Yeah, tempting to be trad. Yeah. Nothing wrong with tradition, guys. It's got us here this far for a reason.
I want to raise chickens.
Yeah, chickens are cool. I've heard that the roosters are rapey as fuck, though. Like, I've heard from Owen Benjamin that
I
the
want an
roosters are
actual
rapey.
country house.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, I mean, again, we'll have cats to keep the mice off the property, and then
Yeah, we'll have to see what the things are for fencing.
yeah. Chicken wire's pretty cheap, isn't it? Isn't it cheap?
Yeah.
Yeah, chicken wire's not that expensive.
I might do.
Yeah. Anyways, so that'll be part 1. We'll make part 2 soon. Y'all take care and go with God, my friends. Whatever you do, don't get caught.